It's finally here, the C6R5 unveiling you've all been waiting for. Could not be more excited to finally show you my full Ayaka unveiling along with my 4-man Nuke Squad. So without further ado, you're going to get to see the ins and outs. Let's get into it. We're going to start with Mona. I'm going to gloss through the first 3 characters because I know you guys are all here for Ayaka. So C2, we care about C1. Her ultimate is the only thing I have crowned or even invested in because I don't use her for any other purpose. Emblem of Severed Fate. And the Thrilling Tales of Dragon Slayer is R5 because it gives a 48% attack bonus to the next character that takes the field for 10 seconds. Absolutely unit of a weapon. Love that. I recommend it on all Catalyst users who are not being used as a DPS. Her energy recharge is about 179, 180, just to make sure I'm getting that burst quicker. On to Bennett. Right now he's rocking the Skyward Blade. Normally I run with the Aquila Pavonia if I'm trying to do a showcase, but Skyward Blade for open world exploration for that 55.1% energy recharge. He's running the 4-piece Noblesse for the attack of plus 20%. Energy recharge, attack, and healing bonus is the only thing I cared about, trying to get the energy recharge for every piece. Right now he's looking at 247, but he's at 300 if you switch him to the Skyward Blade, and 300 is that sweet spot where 2-3 maximum of his skills, and he's got his burst ready to go. Each one has a 3-second duration. C5 obviously, and his talents crowned for the ultimate only. A little investment into his skill, but not really needed, to be honest. And now on to Shenhe. So she's double crowned for her burst and her skill, just to make sure that when I'm getting my buffs from both of them that they're at the maximum capacity. C3 because I got extremely lucky. I do not care about how you build her here, just look for the highest attack percentage. If you can get lucky enough with a 4-piece gladiator or a 2-piece Shimenawa, 2-piece gladiator for the attack of 35 or 36%, run those. Otherwise, just find the artifacts you have the highest investment with attacking. Calamity Queller as her signature weapon, of course we got an R1 of those, and the only thing we're going to show here is her high attack of 3,954. Okay, so now it's going to be time to unveil my Ayaka. Obviously you all know she's C6 by now. She is R5, which we're about to show that in a second here. You all know that part of it, but here's now the specifics. Finally you guys will get to see triple crown. Favorite character deserves nothing but the best, and that holds true here. And then obviously her artifacts. Let's make a rundown to artifacts. I ran for the 2-piece Blizz, 2-piece Noblesse for the 50% cry damage and the 20% burst damage. You can run different builds if you want. I chose this one because it's universal and it's good in all areas, even if it's not the best. My flower is probably my worst artifact if I'm being honest. I'm looking for 45 crit value, so ideally 10% crit rate, 25% crit damage, and the other substats, if I can, attack, energy recharge, somewhere in that nature would be beautiful. But since I don't have that on this piece, it's my worst piece. I'm trying to replace it. I've been actively farming the Blizz for that, trying to get that piece, replaced. This artifact, absolutely beautiful. You're talking about a 45.1%, I believe, crit value, maybe 45.2, not 100%. I haven't done the math quickly in this moment. Attack of 5.8, that's a high roll base stat. And then defense, that's a high roll, again, just so I'm not as squishy, not terrible. Absolutely love this piece. It was on set for Blizz. I mean, how can you go wrong with that? The cryo damage from it, I think, is absolutely great, plus 15%. I mean, it's overall a good piece. This piece is the cream of the crop of the account. You're talking about, I think it's like 49.8 crit value. Not quite a 50. It's my highest crit value piece though. And I would love to have 50 crit value pieces across the board, but I know how rare they are. Since it's on set with a gladiator is universal in terms of the 18% attack for 2-piece. So I absolutely love this piece. Godsend. The Elemental Mastery is just the extra on top, and the HP is just so I'm not as squishy. For my Goblet, we have a cryo damage bonus Goblet on set with the 2-piece Noblesse. Crit rate 8.6, crit damage 21. So this piece right here is like 38, 39 crit value. Not good enough, unfortunately. Again, I will settle for nothing less than 45 crit value on every piece. Anything without that, I am looking to replace. As of right now, though, this piece is serviceable. It is good enough, so I am running it. The defense did get a roll into it, so that's why it's 13.9. But hey, I'm not as squishy. Onto my circlet. So my circlet, you're looking at a critical rate, because unfortunately, since I'm not running the 4-piece blizz, getting that 55% critical rate when people are frozen, I have to run a critical rate circlet. I got one with some critical damage, and I got some with an attack of 14%, so that raises my attack by about 150 to 160, somewhere in that range. I did get a roll into defense on that, unfortunately, as well, but again, it just means she's not super squishy, so hey, I can't be too upset about it. Overall, my stats, attack is 2097, HP 18163, critical rate of 71.5, critical damage of 250.6. I don't have any energy recharge because I wasn't lucky enough on that, but my cryo damage bonus is 85.6. So the beautiful thing about the 85.6, when I'm fully buffed out and I do my ultimates and everything of the sort here, which I'm going to show you in a second here, my cryo damage bonus goes up to 118.6, I believe. So as you see here, with all buffs enacted, attack is 3,991, and my cryo damage bonus right now is going to show as 100.6, but that's because it's not factoring in the plus 18% you get from her talent. That gives you plus 18% when you apply cryo from her dash. So if you recall in my previous video, I did the rundown on why I do it in what order. The dash is the last thing I do before I start attacking to get a cryo damage bonus of 18% for 10 seconds. So you add that 18% to the 100, and you're talking about 118.6. Considering the baseline start for all damage bonuses is 24%, that's almost 5 times greater than the starting rate. So again, my Ayaka currently is absolutely a beautiful unit in all senses of the word. Super strong, super elegant. So if you guys want to build your Ayaka like this, you can. There are other ways you can build her. You can do 4-piece gladiator for the attack of plus 35% normal attacks, which I would love that one day. I will run that. And then the 4-piece emblem of severed fate, which will give you plus 75% bonus burst damage, so you can have a super amazing burst. Though all three are viable, I prefer this one because it means that I'm not just good against freezable enemies, I'm good against all enemies, even bigger boss enemies with my burst, and I do 20% more damage. Now here, I'm going to put all the whale talk to rest. I've been hearing a lot of murmuring in the comments about I'm a whale, I used my credit card, blah 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 blah. As you can see here, there's only 2 weapons that I have high level of investments into. And that is obviously Ayaka's signature weapon and the Unforged. So the Mistsplitter Reforged and the Unforged. Everything else, as you can see, I've got 2 Skyward Blades fully leveled up. I got 2 Skyward Harps. If I was a whale, I'd be refining those. If I was a whale, I'd have 4 or 5 lines, even more, of gold weapons, 5-star weapons. Unfortunately, I do not. And just to further the point of not being a whale, let's take a look at my characters. Right now I'm missing 7. Yaomiko, Arataki Ito, Kokomi, Yoimiya, Kazuha Kadehara, Eula, and Albedo. I am missing 7 5-star characters. If I was a whale, I'd have all these characters at the bare minimum, and I don't. Why? Because I've been putting high levels of investment into Kamisato Ayaka. So, please put all those whale talks to rest. I am not a whale, I am a welcome mooner, low spender. If I had to choose 2 characters that I wish I had, Eula for sure, and Kazuha Kadehara, because he is one of the funnest characters in the game and a great buff and debuff character. If I could, man, I would absolutely love to have these characters for the nuking potential of Eula, and for the buffing and debuffing to see how good my Ayaka's burst and normal attacks buffs can actually go. So with that being said, thank you so much for dropping by. Thank you so much for 400 subscribers. I literally can't put into words how amazing you guys are. You're absolutely beautiful souls. I hope you enjoy the content, and I will catch you in the next one. Ad Astra, Abe Sauce.